Jalsa Salana UK. One of the most eminent annual events of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. These beautiful pictures are hosted in Hadiqatul Mahdi, a vast farm which lives and breathes as a farm all throughout the year. It produces milk, fruits, sweet corn, honey and hay. It rears cows, goats, chickens and bees. Work is underway for another Jalsa, where the farm gives way to colossal machinery brought in to re-erect the wonderful orchestra of marquees and pathways we have grown to love. But in the midst of all this, work hasn't stopped behind the scenes of a very interesting project, the Model Experimental Farm, a Lajna-driven IEEE project. We met the in-charge to explain what experimental farming actually is.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Hadiqatul Mahdi Farm. We have been farming under IEEE Agricultural Department under the guidance of Hazrat Khalid al-Masih, Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Nasr al-Aziz. Let me show you around some of the things that we've been doing. Experimental farming looks at applying science and research to overcome problems faced when growing our own food.
Shaukat Saiba heads up 3 model farms in total. One here in Hadiqatul Mahdi and 2 others in Africa, namely Nigeria and Ivory Coast. Here, we're focused on a section of the Hadiqatul Mahdi farm where the team conduct their experiments. The team first put up the fencing and then laid down a water supply as the very basics to get the farm going. Now, with the plot protected and watered, what were the big challenges they were up against?
Last year, the farm faced challenges with the soil. Those who have attended Jalsa UK know the problems faced with this soil. When it's dry and sunny, you will experience dry, rock-hard or dusty soil. Or when it starts raining, you would have noticed that it turns muddy for a very long time, almost like a plasticine consistency. Both things plants don't really like. So a quick fix for this has been adding nicer compost on top. Some newspapers suggest that rainfall this year has been worse since a 200-year record. This has affected agriculture in Europe, including the UK. So when you have a challenge, you have to approach it head on, all the time thinking, how can we find an alternative solution? To mitigate the excess water in our clay soil, we tried many ideas and many machines. But, if plan A didn't work, we tried plan B, plan C, etc. The thing is to never give up. So to drain the excess water in the clay soil, we eventually settled on making moats around the vegetable beds. And we could see the water draining instantly.
The youngsters we can see on the farm also get to learn about and engage in agriculture and sustainability. And they also get to contribute under adult supervision.
So this is Hadiqatul Mahdi soil, dug up from the ground. As you can see, it's grey, which means it's got clay in it. The thing is, clay is a hard material and doesn't let plants grow. So what we have done is this. So a quick fix for this has been adding nicer compost soil on top. Thing is, if you can see very, very carefully, this soil is very dry. And this soil down here is very wet. It's a big contrast too. So what we've done is we've created moats, which are like channels, which drain water into this reservoir.
The IEEE chairman, Akram Ahmadi, keeps a close eye on progress and discoveries made here.
I was so impressed with the work that has gone on up to now, and it continues to go through. So I hope this will be an excellent pilot project, which we are then going to replicate in Africa. And through this, baskets of food will come to fruition, and we will then be able to feed not only Africa, but even Europe through this works. Hazur also mentioned there is vast lands available in Africa which are not being utilized. Part of the reason is its irrigation, its water, and that is what we hope to bring through our projects, so that they can utilize this vast pieces of land in Africa. And through our works, through the pilot studies that we are doing here, we are going to transfer this to Africa and then start growing so that Africa becomes self-sufficient in the first place.
To help us better set up infrastructure in Africa, we trial on Hadiqat Al Mahdi farm first. Our reservoir is one such example in which we aim to collect rainwater in the wet season, then in the summer utilize the same water through solar drip pump irrigation and water the crops. Our aim is to be independent of the main water supply. Further, Hazur instructed us to join the moats to the reservoir, which makes a very sustainable cycle on the farm.
The volunteers that make this all possible do so with heart and soul, and they bring along their families.
We've been taking compost in wheelbarrows and bringing it here so we can plant strawberries. The problem is your hands get a bit sore and you get tired very quickly, especially with the heat and the sun burning down on you. But it's been tough, but the weather's been pleasant, nice breeze, and good family time.
Now we're just cutting out a piece of wood just to lay out a flooring for the shed, because obviously right now all of the equipment's just kind of sprawled out there and we need to make sure that it's safely tucked away. So it's a very good workout. I was telling my brother he's not going to need to go to the gym this week. He's going to get all of his exercise done right here.
I've been digging, so there's a part where they need to put the fences down with poles and stuff. So in those areas, there's a certain amount of gap which I have to dig and make sure it's a straight line and make sure they're able to be placed neatly and evenly. No difficult really, just a couple of blisters, nothing serious, just because of the heat of the iron shovels. But I got the hang of it at the end of how to properly hold it without getting any blisters. Team morale's been good because we had lunch together, and everyone's enjoying it. For example, the kids who are around, they're like enjoying their own time, and besides that, everyone's doing something which they don't usually do. It's like a family activity, working, so you get 2 in 1.
Now, wet weather isn't the only problem with the UK climate. Short, mild summers also mean shorter growing seasons.
Oh.
So what is the solution to that?
Beloved Hazur guided us on making low tunnels to help extend our growing season.
By adding low-level polytunnels, we will be able to eliminate two problems. The first one is keeping out pests, big and small, including flies, deers, and any sort of things that like plants, really. The second one is that it can keep in the heat because we have a short growing season, so we will add our plastic when the right time comes, which will extend our growing season by 2 to 3 months, which means a lot more food.
We've used hay to increase the organic matter of the soil because the soil is very much deficient in organic matter. And we've used a cardboard because the hay seeds would germinate into weed seeds. So to combat that, we've put a layer of cardboard which will act as a natural herbicide, and then we've just gone straight into planting directly.
With so much of the groundwork done, what's on the menu for 2024?
We're growing garlic, onions, strawberries, courgette, spinach, aubergines, chili, peppers, carrots, turnips, pumpkins, lettuces, and I think bitter gourds as well. The objective is to feed 100 people with the produce each week.
We now draw to an end of our tour of the Hadiqatul Mahdi model farm and find there is a spiritual direction beneath this undertaking.
So we are very lucky to be working under Hazrat Khalifatul Masih V, who is also an eminent agriculturist. It is Khalifat's care for humanity that the agricultural project started. Allah bless beloved Hazur's vision to serve humanity, and may Allah guide and inspire men and women all across the world to help fulfill Khalifat's endeavors.
बरसात के अय्याम